Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Forest River FR3 34DS motorhome. You picked a beautiful unit here. We're just going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A few things taken into consideration when you're parking. On your campsite, you're going to have your bedroom slide back there, but you're also going to need much more room for this big awning. On your off campsite, got your big slide to take into consideration. But then I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. So your power cord is all the way in this back corner here. Power cord will come out of here. And then your water connection is going to be in this back compartment. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once we arrive, first thing we're going to do is level our unit. So once we arrive, I got my key turned into the on position but not started. Emergency brake is on. Come over to your leveling system, reach up in the upper right hand corner and turn it on. All we're going to do is touch auto. You can set still, let it run down, or normally you get outside and let it go ahead and do its thing. Alright, guys, just as the last one's coming down there. Once you got all four of them down, you see the ones in the back there. We're going to go ahead and dance around for a minute and get your unit nice and level. Alright, at the end of that 50 amp service, in your convenience pack will be a dog bone. It can bring you from 50 down to 30, as well as, if you need to plug into a 110 at any time, a 30 to 15 amp reducer to throw on the end of that. Just got your power hooked up. Let's hook up your water. At campsites, we're going to hook up to city water connection. City water fill. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. You don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites, so always use this one, hook it up. Open it up, hook up your hose. Before you turn that water on, one more step. Let's shoot around to the other side, the campsite of your unit, and find your hot water heater. Just in front of your tire on your campsite is your hot water heater. And all we're doing at this point, folks, making sure our drain plug's in. Throw some plumber's tape around that, not putty. Putty will gum up on you. Put some plumber's tape on that. Get that in there nice and snug. Once that's in there, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. After the hose has been on for a few minutes, we're going to go inside and open up our slides. We'll do that here in a minute. But just once you open up your slides and open up all of your water taps. Get in there where you can open them up, get all the air out of the lines, get a nice steady flow of water going through the lines, then shut them off. And then come out here, lift up on your pressure release valve. If you get some water coming out of here, you know your hot water heater is full, and you can go ahead and turn that on indoors. There is an on-off electric element out here. You see this actually taped to off. It comes that way from the manufacturer. The only time you ever want to turn that on out here is if you're hooked up to 110. Otherwise, turn it on indoors. No need to turn this electric element on out here. If for some reason your hot water heater isn't working, come out here and check to see if either one of these are bubbled up. They're a reset. It simply says push to reset. They're bubbled up. Push it back in. That'll reset that. Always messing with this. Be careful not to burn yourself. Alright. Putting this back on. Line them up. Get this a little easier with two hands, but you line that up. Pull it. Turn that on there. Alright, so let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to hook up at a campsite. We're going to go out dry camping, or boondocking as they like to call it. In that case, we are going to fill up our fresh tank. Just like you did before, go ahead and hook up your hose over here with the water pressure regulator. This time, when you're filling it, once you go inside, keep an eye on the tank, where you can check the levels of your black and gray tanks. On the inside, you can also see the level of your freshwater tank. Keep an eye on that when filling it up. Don't leave it unattended. Once it's full, remove that hose, put your cap back on, and then whenever you want to use that water, you'll turn on your water pump indoors. Don't turn on your water pump when you use city water that's already pressurized. All right, we're all set up to camp with water and power. I'll go ahead and walk you through the rest of the unit, continuing here in this back docking station. On to our next thing, which is your black tank flush. We will discuss that when dumping our black and gray tanks. Over here, a hot and cold shower. Hot and cold water there for that. And here are access that you can bring your sewage hose up through here and run your water hose down through there, so you can close this compartment when not in use. Again, up here, power cord, same thing, a hole that you can run that down through. And here's where you plug your cable in at campsites. There's where you fuel it up, gasoline only. Then we got a bunch of storage. Storage. Tons more of storage. And next we are going to run across your inverter technology 5500 generator. I will go inside later here and start that up for you. You can also start and stop it from out here. I'll show you that when we do that. We'll put that in, just doing your generator for you. And then up here is going to be your propane. Lefty loosey to open. Here's where you'll fill it. Take that cap off there and fill it right here. On the front of your unit, your key will open this up. We'll get in there and I'll show you where that all is. Everything included in there shortly. I'll continue back over to our storage over this side. Do you have a television? Keep this locked. Do you have a Jensen TV out here? Jensen sound system as well. See if we can get any stations come in here. We should. Run back through. Inside a metal building and I get
only stop in Michigan.
So AM FM, wideband, Bluetooth, auxiliary in, AM, FM. Nice system. Flue for your furnace. Two things on that. One, make sure it's never blocked. And two, if you are running your furnace here, clear this. It will get hot. Might want to recommend a bug cover for that. Again, up here is going to be our batteries and your hydraulics for your slides. Storage here. Some charging there as well. More storage. Low point drain is underneath here. Right there, there's two tabs there. This is also an access panel to get inside here to your water pump and to pull out your hose for winterizing the unit. Again, next to that is going to be our hot water heater. That's three, I believe, are storage. And then your quick connect LP back here. Your backup camera there. And your accessory hitch. That about covers us from out here. Let's go open up our slides and take a look on the inside. So coming up inside the unit, immediately to your left, this is going to be for raising and lowering your bed up above your top here. This is your main battery connect. You walk in the unit, turn that on. Here's where you run your awning. I'll hold that out while I run it out. I'm going to tell you, only run it out until your flap falls down and you can see your bar. You run it out past that, it will start to run itself up backwards and run itself up onto itself. So keep an eye on it when you run it out. Your entrance step, awning light, 110 here. While I'm here, I will show you the bed. It's already turned on from our key, so I'm just going to hit lower. I'm going to bring it all the way down with our slide in the way. That might be all right. Yeah. And there you go. Ladder will get you up there. Come back down here, hit raise. Whole thing will fold back up upon itself. Now you're back in driving mode. Alright, continue here. You do have a little fold out. But what we're going to do is we're going to walk down the hallway to our control panel. Not a lot of buttons to push. You're just simply going to put slide room out. That's going to, the top one is going to run out your bedroom slide. We'll tell you that the coach must have the emergency brake on. Parking brake, excuse me. Once this gets out here, I'll show you that right here. If your parking brake is not on, it will say engage parking brake. And let's run a main slide out behind us. Alright, once the slide is out, I'll go ahead and continue here. So here's going to show, we'll check out some levels. A propane, brand new battery, fresh water, that's one you want to hold down when you're filling up your freshwater tank. Black and gray levels. Down here's where you turn on your water heater. Over here's where you turn on your water pump if you're using your freshwater. Again, your slide controls. This Arctic pack, that would just turn on a 12-volt pad on your tanks to keep them from freezing. And here's where you'll start your generator. Now we're going to come over here, start our generator up. Just going to push up on top right there. Just that quickly, she starts up. As I mentioned before, you can't shut this off from out here. Put that up off there. Just shut it off here. Put your door back on. You can't turn this on indoors or outdoors. Alright, left that's going to be our thermostat. Crank that on real quick. Let me go to AC. Bring the temperature down. 60 must be as low as it goes here. I should crank it up. In that AC, quick little secret, if we arrive at the campsite, open up your quick dump here. And what that's going to do is allow your cool air to recirculate. So it's going to cool off your unit quicker by dumping some here immediately, and then when it is nice and ice cold, you close this and it will dump it through the rest of the unit in the ducted system here of cold air. Come back to our thermostat here. I'm going to go ahead and just go circle right back around to off. See how quickly that AC shuts off. Now I'm going to go to furnace. Turn the furnace on. Get that kick on. Now you notice when I shut the furnace off, generally in most coaches, it takes a few minutes for the furnace fan to cycle through before it shuts off. Can just go fan. Really simple GE thermostat there. Over here's our Jensen TV. Trick I want to show you on that is opening up back behind here. Here's some charging ports and tons of storage. Secret stash storage. Down here, drawers, lots of storage for media. So that is our fireplace. Not just for looks anymore. I can go through and show you all the pretty colors. I got brighter or dimmer. But the biggest thing now, folks, is the heat. Go to your heater, put that on high, low or high, and right away I start feeling out the toastiness. If you're at a campsite, instead of using up your gas, running this furnace right now, if it's morning or evening, a little chilly in here, go ahead and turn this on, use their electricity to heat up your unit. It'll get it toasty in here in no time. Up here, a hand crank open power exhaust vent. 4 different settings on that. Our let's see, I'm gonna start one. Gonna play, start, and stop. Just want to show you it works. See the furnace just went off, so it does take a minute or two to go through that. You have a vent, high and low, as well as a light. So just one light above your cooktop. This glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Turn on our panel light. Rock this up to high. Hit your spark here, and this is what'll light everything. Same thing on your oven. Come down here, hit this to light. Hit your spark here. That will light your oven. Then, once you see, look underneath there and see that the pilot has lit, then you can just turn it to the desired temperature that you want to bake at. Got furnace release there. We got some really cool individual touch lighting here. Accent lighting with dimmer for your ceiling lights. Over here, 110, good spot for coffee pot, cutting board, drying rack on your sink. And your sink, your plumbing, keep an eye on it. That's mostly PEX the lines nowadays. That's a bigger access panel you can remove there. Keep an eye on it. You're bouncing a house down the road. You never know what might come loose. Coming back over to the control panel here. This is your solar controller. The whole purpose of this is to keep your solar panel from overcharging your batteries. I'll send you a separate video from Merlin Travel Pro and tell you about that system. About to bunk down earlier. Your standard Ford features up here, except for the leveling system that we went over. Sony system in your dash. Coming over here, your table will actually wiggle loose. Pull those legs out. Put that table on this wooden lip all the way around. And put some cushions on top. And that'll give you another sleeping quarters. I think it's actually this cushion right here. Yeah, this cushion here will fit right down the middle for another bed. You have your recliners over here with passenger buckles. Foot pushing back down. Coming on back here, our North Cold fridge. Turn that on. Right now we're on gas. Auto. Auto means when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, you're running off gas. Like right, I'm plugged in. Or simply go to LP. Set your temperature here, 1 through 5. 5 being the coldest, or 4 being the coldest. 9, excuse me. Put it about 5. Because I had it. Down here on the floor, back by your fridge is your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. That is always running off your battery. So if you're out dry camping and nothing plugged in, charge your battery, start it up every now and then, because this will run your battery down. To our bathroom here, simple flush system. Let's see that a little better. Eco, normal, or empty it. 110 back here. A hand crank open power exhaust vent here. That's nice storage. Come back to our bedroom. We do have a slide door. Make sure that when you're traveling, you got that back in the locked position in the bedroom. And go all the way across to our lights. And so you have your own thermostat back here as well. Go ahead and turn the AC on back here. Again, with our quick dump. Shut that off. Charging port, 110s on both sides of your bed, as well as accent lighting. You know, the TV, straight down from there. And the floorboard is going to be your access panel to your breaker box and fuses. There's all your breakers. Here's your fuses. So you got a ton of 15s in there, 7.5s, 20s, 5. You got quite a variety there. Look over what you got. Grab you a handful to take camping with you. I highly recommend it. Or just simply on the road with you. Always have your fuses on hand. They're much easier with two hands. 110 here, lighting here. Brings us back to our master bath. Lights here. Again, a hand crank open. Power exhaust vent here. Some more plumbing to maintain. .110 with GFCI reset here underneath your cabinetry, and a door that you want to make sure that you have snapped open for travel. You don't want your nice glass doors to bounce when you're going down the road. And one last thing in your storage in your bedroom is going to be your washer dryer combo. There's a complete separate manual from Splendide. It'll show you how to run this. Alright, so let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. I like to start, make sure my glass tops are down, lights are off, come to my main control, start walking through the unit and shutting the lights off. Come on back to our control panel, just repeating our process. I'm going to shut this light off. Accent light in here. Doors and drawers. Walk through the unit, make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede any of our slides from coming in. You just come up here and hit slide in and start bringing them in. See, important to make sure nothing's down in there. Front room slide. Alright, see if your accent lights to shut off on the way out. We're going to cushion down, exit the unit.
You mount to what's out of your way.
Alright, to bring up our auto leveling system, we're just going to come back over here and turn this back on again. Where it says retract, just hit all jacks. Just going to bring all of our jacks back up, bring them out of the auto leveling position, and then we're ready to go ahead and head on up to the dump station. Alright, if we're out dry camping, or if we have any water in our freshwater tank, right there are our low point drains. Go ahead and dump them. Come on around to our dump station here. If we're at a campsite, we're going to hook our power, our water, our cable, bring up our stabilizing jacks, and head on up to the dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump is going to be all the way at the rear of the unit on your off camp side. Once you arrive, you got a 10-foot hose, comes with your convenience pack. Just open this up here, reach up underneath there, bring your hose up underneath here and hook that up. Once you got your other end of the hose into the dump, we're going to pull our black handle. Our black handle is going to be our sewage. Once it sounds like it's no longer draining, head inside, check the level of your black tank. The black tank shows empty, come back out here, leave that black handle open, grab the hose at the dump station, come up here to this black tank flush. Again, emphasizing with that handle open, turn on that hose and let that run for a good 5 minutes. You're gonna wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, go ahead and close that up. Remove that hose. Grab the hose at the dump station, hook it up here. Again, emphasizing leaving that black handle open. Turn that hose on and let that run for a good 5 minutes. It's gonna wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, close that, remove that hose, close that up, go inside and check the level of your black tanks and make sure all that washout you just put in there is done. Close that black handle and pull your gray handle. That's gonna be cleaner water as your sinks and your showers. Usually while my grays are dumping, I'll come around to my hot water heater. If we're done camping for the season, hop up in here. We're gonna lift up on this pressure release valve. That's gonna dump a lot of hot water out of there, so be careful. When it's done, put that back down. Then you can remove your drain plug. Make sure you unpressurize that before removing that drain plug. You don't want to leave stagnant water in here. Alright, with that gray is done, we can go ahead and close that, remove our hose, and store it in here in a nice sanitary place, and head on home. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this FR3 for many years to come. Happy camping.